Uh, Good morning. This is my presentation for the Arduino lesson guide. So here is lesson 4. So we are being taught how to use LCDs. So here we have the LCD itself. So here there are a total of 4 wires, and then the LCD, and then here we have the I2C. So normally regular LCDs have this regular board that you can use to put it you can attach it to a breadboard like this, and you can make connections. But with the I2C module, it basically it reduces the amount of pins you have to use and lets you use this kind of configuration where you can just attach 4 wires to it. So here for the the white and gray wires, they are connected to both the 5 volt as well as the ground pin. So this is just to let power go through the module itself. And then this two other wires is what lets you lets the LCD communicate with the with the user board, as well as put out what do you call that, a message from the screen. So let's just put that there. So simply we have this two pins connected to the two analog pins, A4 and A5, while we have the ground pin and then the 5 volt pin connected are alongside the breadboard. This potentiometer is not actually part of the lesson, but I added it because it's helpful for adjusting the brightness of the LCD screen. So simply we have the 5 volt connected to the input, or sorry, the output of the potentiometer right here in this middle section. So let's plug it in, and I'm going to show the functionality. So okay, now that it's plugged in, so it should be working. So you might be wondering, why is it dim? Why is it not lighting up? So I will actually explain that as well as the code. So let's go into the code. So when it comes to the Arduino, the first thing you have to do is that the LCD actually needs a library. So you have to go around here, and then you have to search LCD liquid crystal, or you can just look up any type of library, and then you can download which one you would prefer. I'm using one that is made by a guy named Frank, so that's why I'm using this setup right here. So the first line here is we have to include the library, of course, and then here this is a class. So it's a class of it's a class, and then we declare a variable to assign to that class, and here we pass 3 parameters. This is the address of the LCD itself. The 16 and 2 is basically determines the display. So 16 is like if I remember, the rows or the columns, and then 2 is the amount of rows within the LCD. And here we have the setup. So we're only going to be using setup. We're not going to be using loop, since we're just basically displaying. So here we have LCD int, the backlight, set cursor, and then the print. So I thought that the best way to show this was to set this as comments. So for now, I'm just gonna explain int. So int simply initializes the LCD, it starts it up, and then the backlight. Okay, so the reason why we need the backlight is that it basically turns the light behind the LCD on. So it basically allows us to see the text that is displayed on the screen. So right now, while it's on, since it says there, as you can see, there's hello makers and hello LCD tutorial. There's actually, if you actually squint, there actually is a display on the LCD. Wait, right there, you can vaguely see it. But the only reason why we are not able to see this is because of the backlight not being on. So if we actually upload this with the updated backlight, it should turn on once it's finished uploaded. There we go. So Okay, so you can see the message there. So this is why I need a potentiometer, so I can just change that. There we go. That's better. Okay, so now we go to a different problem. So as you can see, oh, let me zoom in. Okay, it's a little hard to see, but if I increase the potentiometer, you can see that there are different ones. There are different. You can see that there are different boxes, right? The reason why there's different boxes is this basically is like the different this is the LCD's different like let's say this is where it prints out the different letters or characters within the screen. As you can see, the hello world is in the leftmost side of the screen, and then it all of the entire message just being printed in one long line. So the question is, how do we change where they are positioned? And to do that, we basically need to make use of the set cursor function. So here, what it does is the first one, it basically determines what what row it is set to, while the zero is set zero no sorry the one sets the column, while the zero refers to the row. So when you set cursor, this is your way of basically changing where the different text is positioned within the LCD itself. And so the first one is always the column, and then the zero is the row. So if we uncomment this and we upload it, what should happen is that hello makers should be okay. Wait, let me bring this down. There you go. It's a little better. So what should happen is that hello maker should be still on top, but this first like digit here should be empty, and this entire message should be shifted slightly to the left. Meanwhile, as you can see here, the LCD tutorial should actually be set in the bottom section. So this LC should be moved down here, and then there should be a gap of like 2 squares, and then you should just see the entire message right here. So let's actually upload that. There you go. As you can see, you can now see the full image, the full message. Hello makers, LCD tutorial. So that's how you can manage or use an LCD with the actual code. So thank you.